Hello. This one kills me, as many of these topics do. But the title of this video is something that we all go through a period where we think, and usually it's maybe before we know about the disorder, right? Because I definitely felt this way before I knew what was actually going on and that it was a hopeless situation. I felt this way. We kill ourselves trying to prove and be and demonstrate just the right mix of perfection and submission, even, right? Anything. He'll be mine if I show him this. She'll never leave me if I do that. They'll stop their ill behavior if, you know what I mean? If I manage to provide certain things for them. Mental, physical, emotional, financial. You could 110% take the best care of your narcissist in every way imaginable. And it won't change the fact that they are incapable, unable, not able to reciprocate. Should I say that again? They're unable to reciprocate. If they show you this, that they are unavailable, unreachable, they're showing you their truth. They've shown you their truth, right? I took that personally when I was in the relationship. I definitely did. I took that personally and convinced myself I could love him enough, maybe into being emotionally available to me. That word, that ever-loving word, emotionally unavailable. It became a huge phrase used in the last, decade or two? If somebody's emotionally unavailable. But in their case, it is 100% the truth. They are emotionally unavailable, and they always will be. Guess what? Their unavailability has zero to do with you. Zero. Nothing to do with us. And there's nothing we can demonstrate to make them suddenly abandon that state and be available to us. There's nothing we can do. That emotional availability is built into them. They walk around on the peripheral of life. They're never going to be able to connect with you the way that you feel you may connect with them, regardless of all of your effort and everything you're doing. We exude so much effort to prove we're worthy of them to love us the way we're loving them. Stop. Just stop. If someone tells you who they are, believe them. If somebody shows you who they are, really believe them. They're telling you right out, with their behavior, that they're emotionally not available to you. No one's home. Unreachable. On planet Mars. Not home. Nobody's inside this shell. Nobody's in here. Nobody. Except the damaged person who likes to walk around and damage others. That's who's inside the narcissist. So we kill ourselves to try to get some change going. Well, how can they resist me if I do all this? How could they resist me if I look like this? How could they resist me if I am successful here? How could they resist me if I make them laugh? How could they resist me if I... You could do every single thing that they say. It doesn't matter. If somebody's emotionally unavailable, then they are. That's them. Nothing we do can change that. And it has nothing to do with us. It's not on us. It's on them. They are like that. It's in them to be that way. It's about them. It's on them. It's in them. It's about them. It's only them. And ironically, that's just how they like it. It's all about them. Well, guess what? So is their emotional availability. It has nothing to do with us. Nothing. Zero. You have to take yourself right out of the equation and not align your self-worth with whether or not they respond to you in the way that you seek. They're broken. They're broken people. They're withholding not because they even choose to do so. Well, they do that. We know silent treatment, there's a different way of withholding. But they're withholding emotional availability because they don't have it. They're showing you they're emotionally unavailable because they are emotionally unavailable. They're not showing you they're emotionally unavailable to see if you can buck up to the plate, or how does it say, step up to the plate and make it happen. It's not a call to a challenge. Ooh, make me be emotionally available. Make me feel like I want to be available to you emotionally. Let me see what you got, player. To us, as if we're a player on a team. Let's see what you got. No, it doesn't matter what you do. They are going to always be emotionally unavailable, regardless of what you demonstrate. I can't say that more clearly. And you can't take it personally. It has nothing to do with you. Please don't be sad. He's unavailable because he's unavailable. She's unavailable because she's unavailable. That's the type of person they are. And pity them for a second. I know it's hard to pity them, but I do. Can you imagine going through life like that? You're never going to be aligned with anyone, cohesive with anyone. You're going to be on the outskirts forever. Forever. You're never going to match with anyone. You're never going to connect with anyone. They're never, ever, ever going to connect with anyone. I'm not talking about some picture you might see your ex with a girl and he looks happy, or with a guy and she looks happy, or he or she with a guy or girl and they look happy. It doesn't matter. They're not connected to that person. They're unavailable to that person also. It's their person. It is their truth that they are not available. It doesn't matter if you are the ultimate everything. And that's a shame, because we really do knock ourselves out. We really do. And wouldn't it be, can you imagine if you had somebody on the receiving end of your efforts who is emotionally available to receive the gifts you are bestowing upon them in terms of love, affection, attention, whatever you're bestowing upon your narcissist right now, to no avail? Can you imagine the bliss that could be found if on the receiving end is someone that not only can receive it, but then can reciprocate? The mind boggles. Am I right? I can't even imagine the bliss, the happiness that two people can find if they're both on the same page of ready to receive, ready to give, ready to enter into, ready to be vulnerable with each other, ready to be brave with each other, ready to take the leap. All of these things are part of the emotional availability that maybe a non-disordered person does possess. It's a leap. You're ready to take it. and you're ready to enter into something, and you're ready to give yourself over, and you're willing to do that, and you're willing to be vulnerable and let them know you and let them inside. They can't do that. They can't do that. They don't know how to do that. And they're petrified. They don't want anyone seeing them. My narcissist used to say to me that nobody saw him like I did, or the sides of him that he showed me. Nobody saw. Now, I believed it, right? Because he would show me very, very, once in a while, a glimmer of a vulnerable side, or a sweet side, or like a little boy side. And I couldn't picture him acting like that ever, even with me, let alone anybody else. So I believed him. I don't think he could act like this in front of anybody else. He's not acting like a big, strong guy. Like, maybe it is me that makes him think that he can act this way with me. And I convinced myself that it was me. And you might say, well, you know what, Renee? Maybe it is something about you that allowed him to open up. Maybe it is something about me that allows my narcissist to be comfortable in a certain way. And I'm not saying that there can't be moments of that you feel connected to them and they had a deep conversation with you last night for 4 hours. But what did today look like? Because I've had those moments. Absolutely. I've had those moments and then being ruined while I'm having the moment because a text came in over his phone. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're sitting. We were having like a 4 or 5 hour conversation. This was months after we had broken up. One of the times he stopped in. We're sitting outside. We ordered pizza. Had a long conversation about what does loyalty mean to you? What do you see? This is what I want, Renee. He outlined everything. Text goes off. Bing. You still coming to Boca next Tuesday? Every single word that was spoken in the 4 hours deep conversation that he was trying to give me to pacify me was bull. Didn't mean one word of any of it. Not if you're getting a text from somebody saying, are you going to be in Boca Tuesday? And yes, that's what I mean. A person, the person, one of the persons doing the text, asking him, are you going to be here because of, for that reason? Yeah. Not a business call. Nope. So even in the middle of having what looked like and felt like him being emotionally available, it was not at all a genuine experience. It was just to alleviate my uncomfortableness so he could still keep playing around with me. And by that point, I think I felt like this. Like, you know, like a cat doing this with a toy. He just wanted to keep me around so that, every month he could come through town and just play with me. And we weren't together, but I'm very much a cheerleader to my people. Anybody, friends, family, they'll tell you, when I love somebody, I raise them up. So he needed that still. So he coming through town, you want to just be able to come through and like get like an ego boost and then go back about your business and go with the Boca person? No, not going to do that for you. And that's why we ended. No. I want somebody who, when we're having an emotionally, you're making me think you're available now, that you really, really are. And I was devastated. I have 8,000 of those stories. And I can't even tell you the rest of that story because you'll be heartbroken for me and I don't want you to be. But it was devastating. That was just one of many instances that ended in disaster. That text, bing, set off a chain of reactions for the next week. That was a disaster. Because he's emotionally unavailable. It doesn't matter what I did or how we put it or how nice the night was, how congenial it felt, how wonderful the conversation was that he was, drudging up in him to give to me, to make me think he was now available and coming around. He's not coming around. He didn't want to lose a toy that he had made and found. He wanted to make sure I was going to stay on his bench. Let me just sit here with her for a little while and make her think that, oh yeah, it didn't mean anything. He didn't mean one word of, yup, it's going to be you and me now, and I do know what loyalty, and I'm sorry, and oh yeah, everything. 4 hours. 4 hours. He was not ever going to be available to me. And he's not available to anybody else right now. Don't take it personally. It has nothing to do with us. And stop banging your head against the wall with effort and trying to make them see you for who you are. You are worthy. And maybe a different person, like I said, would let you see that and then even respond in kind. And then maybe you would receive what you are giving. Right now, I don't care what's happening. If you're with a narcissist, you are receiving 8,000% less than you're giving. I don't even have to hear about your relationship. I don't even need to know. But comment, tell me, talk about it. Because I want people to realize it's not just you. It's their disorder. It is their dysfunction. It is separate from you. It has nothing to do with us. And don't let them say, well, you did this and you did that and you did nothing. If they have this disorder, there's nothing you did to cause it. They had it long before you even met them. They had it from childhood. So unless you've been with your narcissist from the age of 6, and I doubt you were what caused their injury in childhood or idealization to make them have this. Go easy on yourself. Stop knocking yourself out. I am really sorry. I am really, really sorry to tell you that bad news, but there is nothing you can do to make an emotionally unavailable person not any longer be that way and to suddenly snap out of it and come to you. I'm not saying there aren't non-narcissistic disordered people that are emotionally unavailable that might get therapy and then maybe come around and they work through issues. Of course that can happen. But we're discussing narcissists. Part of their personality is they are not available to us. They go through life kind of with blinders, and the only person perpetually on their mind is themselves at all times. And they worm through life feeling uncomfortable deep down inside because they don't know where they fit in for these reasons. They can't connect to anybody. It's a very lonely existence. So just watch that. It's not you. I promise it's not you.